35th week. Bye.
Happy 35th week. I don't know if I should laugh or cry.
Christine's coming.
Kat is going to be on a show in France, so she can't be with us.
Oh,
and I have a terrible French accent.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. Do you speak French?
I don't know if I told you, but I used to sing opera, and my singing coach was like, if any piece was in French, she'd be like, "Can you just mouth the words? Like, you have the worst French accent ever."
First of all, we've known you for 35 weeks, and this is the first time you're talking about.
We all went,
what? That in the second week.
We all went.
I thought you do that. Yeah.
Nope.
Is there anything else we should know?
Oh, I'm sure there are things.
She wrote 9 books.
Look at her in the bright blue. It looks so
I
nice.
am not in black, and everyone else is.
No, I'm in eggplant.
Oh,
I'm in
Navy. Eggplant.
Yeah.
I'm solving crimes.
All right. Although I say this against my better judgment, what is the murder update, Kathy?
Oh.
Ooh.
On which one? Like,
Oh God.
I'm
Right.
watching one. Is it HBO or Netflix? Beach Island or
oh, you are watching that? Is it any good?
Wait, what's
very
it called?
good.
What's it called?
Beach Road or Beach or
It's called
Who Killed Mama?
Middle Beach.
Middle Beach.
Middle Beach
Middle
on
Beach.
HBO.
No, I don't have HBO, so
Which is funny. That's what we call Rybabs. Middle Beach.
Ah. Oh, Rybabs. Yeah.
I just thought that. I thought it was nautical.
Where is this imaginary beach?
In New York? Or I think. Oh no, Connecticut. It's in Connecticut, Janie.
No, you don't want to go to the beaches in Connecticut.
Well, this is where the murder took place in Connecticut, Middle Beach in Connecticut.
I was just going to say clearly because people get killed there.
Oh, we do. No, not only do they get killed, but when I was starting out in comedy, every boy comic was doing a joke about the wood chipper because somebody put their wife through a wood chipper.
True.
Right.
Oh, hey, there we go.
Changed.
You are the host now. Oh, I'm the host now. Yeah. I think I'm the host, you guys. I have all the power.
I share all the power.
That's exciting.
Did you guys watch? I just asked Kathy this the other day, but are you watching anything about Nexium?
No, I don't want to. I don't like
it. What?
I do because I feel like I need to know what to look for.
Yeah.
I'm very I am easily duped.
Here's
the thing.
Heartburn, Nexium?
No, no.
I thought that's what I thought.
Yes.
No, there's no E. It's N.
Yes, and go Kelly.
Yes, and Nexium's the cult that Keith Raniere was the head of, and he got 126 years in prison for sex trafficking,
which is not enough.
And who's the actress that was in there?
Oh, there's a bunch of them. Ivy Oxenberg is the one.
That's who it is.
She's
Catherine
the daughter of the woman who was on Dynasty.
Yes, princess, right? Who is a princess.
Yes. Oh,
I just think it's a good example of the fact that, like, you know, people think, oh, if you're a bully, you grow out of it. Bullies don't grow out of it. Just because you have grandkids and rheumatoid arthritis don't grow out of that kind of stuff, right?
Right.
Doesn't mean you still can't cut a bitch. Absolutely.
Well, I'm sad to say that the 34th week got lost because of technical difficulties, and we did have a good show.
I don't know if it got lost because I think the universe was just telling you guys Kathy wasn't there, and so this isn't.
That could be what happened.
Yeah.
But there's one thing that I can't let go of from last week. Christine, we were talking about people we knew who were kind of funny and an influence on us, and what was the name of the Italian women or the itty bitties?
Oh my God, my Judy Machichi and Judy Celadonio. Those are my Judies. They did this. They did this.
Judy
Every
Machichi.
time she says Machichi,
they're from Brockton, Jane.
Oh, good. You see, no.
Judy
We know from humor. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Judy Machichi and Judy Celadonio. They were the best. The best.
Were they your friends? Is that it? Are they your friends, Christine?
They were my best friend's mother and my best friend's mother's next door neighbor. And when I went to Cardinal Spellman in Brockton, we lived in Plymouth at the time. So I used to live at Karen Machichi's house during the school week. And I got so attached to Karen's mother, Judy Machichi, and her next door neighbor, Judy Celadonio. They just had this wit and humor that I hung on everything they said. And so I used to just sit at the kitchen table with them. Like Karen would be out with our friends, and I'd stay home with the Judys. They were, oh my God.
Well, you know,
They
what's
were the best.
interesting is we both got a good chunk of our comedy education from Spelman.
Isn't that amazing?
I literally was about, and I'm not exaggerating, I was about ninth funniest. There were a lot of funny people. I felt I learned at the knees of the masters. Jimmy,
Nice.
oh my God, they were so funny. Dennis Delahanty, Mary Del Sordo. That one's hard on me because she won funniest. I was a little upset at that one.
Well, everyone knows about Mary, so
Yeah, we know.
You know that, Mary. And you know the best thing about learning, getting our start in Cardinal Spellman, Jane. Remember, you and I were able to give it back.
I do remember. We must have told this story.
We probably did 6 or 7 years
It's
ago.
one of my favorites. It's one of my favorites.
Let's say it again.
yes.
So we did the show, and poor Jane was so nervous because there were nuns there, and
And the headmaster, whatever.
the headmaster. What was his name? Wiggins or
Peoples?
Peoples, yes. Oh, Mr. Peoples. It was Mr. Peoples, yes.
Yeah.
So yes. So poor Jane's like, oh my God, I'm so nervous. We shouldn't probably do our regular stuff. And poor Jane's like, can I say Dick? You think I can say Dick? And I'm like, Jane, you can whip it out. I don't care. I don't care what.
Don't say that.
So then I get up there, and of course, classy me, and I end it on my excellent, hilarious anal joke.
Of course.
You could have heard a pin drop. It was pretty bad.
Which is weird, Christine, because anal is a crowd pleaser.
Exactly. Especially a Catholic crowd.
I also think it's one of the 10 Commandments. You'd think. I mean, anal
It's like
is a
number
crowd pleaser.
6, I think, or
And I
9.
think you're right.
And it wasn't that I hadn't warned them. I remember clearly up front seeing the nuns, even though they were undercover because they didn't have the nun outfits on anymore.
Yep.
And so it makes them hard to pick them out of the crowd when you don't have a whipple.
Right.
Check their shoes.
Oh, there you go.
That's the giveaway.
So sensible.
Yes, so sensible.
So sensible.
If they're the round toe with the lacing on the side.
Well, you're right about that because when I went to school, I went to a Catholic school as well. And one time, my sister and I got these nice dress boots that we got to wear with our uniforms. And Sister Robert told me I couldn't wear them anymore because they gave her corns.
They gave her corns.
Yeah, she can't wear boots like that. They give me corns. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding. Like I didn't even make it.
Power
Not that
of
funny.
Satan.
Okay.
But I wanted to say, I did warn them what was coming, Christine. If you remember this part, out front, I said, we have got a great show for you, and we're so happy. I didn't say to be back in the place we ate our first tater tots. Tater tots?
Tater tots. You're
And
right.
I said, well, look, I want you to fasten your seatbelt or unfasten it one way or the other. I said, and look, if there's anybody who doesn't like it sort of out there, I am very happy to walk you to the parking lot, right? I remember saying that. And no takers, so I felt like, hey, you know what's coming.
That was very preemptive.
It's a Christine typhoon.
Yeah, and poor Mr. Peebles, he comes up to take the microphone. I'm like, ooh, Peebles, you're so fucking fired.
It's funny. Nobody's asked us to do a fundraiser there.
I know.
That is odd.
I mean, people remembered that show.
I bet they did. I bet they did, Jeannie. Oh, yeah.
I'm sure you had a few people that were like, that was, I'm not more than a few.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Our friends thought it was great.
Yeah, there were some play-alongers. Yeah,
They're like, this is so much better than ham Sundays.
Bingo schmingo.
The bean supper will never be the same. Let's have her back and see where else she's putting dink.
I know now every year when they have like that middle school kids coming to do a rendition of Mamma Mia, they're like, fucking Christina
Ruined it. Unless this
You
ends
did
with
this
someone
to us.
getting big jewelry and something in their pooper, I'm leaving.
All right, Kathy, you have a graduating class tonight. Tell us about your class. And how long, how many classes? It's so exciting.
I'm very excited about. Well, I have my student showcase tonight on the Comedy Studio. So they, as you all know, this is like their first show. So that's
Ever.
very exciting
So
for
sweet,
them.
right?
What?
The virgin birth.
Yes, yes. So they do classes for 5 weeks, and then we do a showcase, and then they come back the next week, and we kind of we do a debrief, like how was it? Really, it's just for them to be able to thank me, but to do a debrief. No, we do a debrief of, what did you think, the whole experience? Because typically, Kelly has done this too. Christine teaches as well. Like, you do the whole session, then they have their show, then it's like, bye. And you never get to have that conversation about what did you think,
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
How did I change your life?
Right.
Way better. How did I get you addicted to comedy?
Mhm.
Do you need my address? You can send me a gift card.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Right.
So welcome.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm excited for it. Yeah.
They're lucky. They're lucky students, Kath. You're the
Oh,
best.
yeah.
Oh,
How many
thank you.
kids
got
in this
lucky.
one? How many kids?
We have on this one we have 8. We have 8, and Rick Jenkins and I, he's the owner of the Comedy Studio, we taught this together. Originally, when we did these, we have 2 classes that are going on. I was doing one, he was doing the other, and we just enjoyed doing them together. That we actually we teach them together.
Oh, that's where a team teach.
It's so good. It's so good because he has so many stories
Take
and
a little
stuff.
downtime, and then you and sometimes you have a great idea, and sometimes you don't. And
Awesome.
Yeah, it's great.
Awesome.
that's so we're thankful for Rick Jenkins this week.
Yes.
Okay, so we got Thanksgiving coming up. What else are we thankful for, ladies? Besides, I'm thankful this is the 35th week of the show. I can't believe it.
I'm thankful for that too, Jane. We're
too.
thankful to you.
Oh yeah.
How many weeks are you pregnant?
40.
Oh my
mean,
God, we
close.
almost,
Oh my
getting
gosh.
Close.
we're gonna have a Facebook baby.
We could deliver at this point and it would be okay.
Yeah, because everything is developed.
The baby would
Everything's
be
developed.
viable
Yeah.
at this
It
point.
would be viable. Although, I'm always calling out sick, so I'm only probably on for long.
Listen, you've had a long 35 weeks, okay? Your things have gone like this. But right now we're on the top with the engagement.
Yep. That's big. Oh, that's big fun. Big
Yeah,
fun.
so we lost in last week's episode, so maybe I can tell the engagement story again.
Oh, I didn't hear the engagement story.
It was nice. It was first of all, he's just the best guy, Tom Fry. We just absolutely love
That's
him.
what you want, is a good
Oh
guy.
my God, we just love him.
Do you call him by his whole name?
I do.
I love that so
In fact,
much.
yeah. And now every time Colleen calls me, I answer and say, "This is Tom Fry's mother-in-law." That's how I answer the phone. Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah, she's so happy. But he was awesome. He designed the ring, picked it up in Boston 2 weeks ago now, I guess. Picked it up on a Friday, and and we had been trying to figure out how to surprise her. She had no idea. So he said, "You know what? I'm just going to do what we do every Friday night. We go out to eat with their friends Tom and Rachel, and they went to their first date restaurant, Del Frisco's in the Seaport, and she had no idea. So when they parked the car, they were walking by, I think Quincy Market, or they were walking through somewhere. It was nice scenery with it, and their friends were pretending they were taking a picture of them, and so they're standing there smiling. Then Tom turned around and got on one knee. She was shocked. It was awesome. Yeah, it was awesome. Yep.
I remember when I got on one knee for Ken.
You did,
That's
right?
You did, right?
Good.
And then I asked him if he could do it, and fortunately he took direction. I love a man who takes direction, right?
So you told him to get down on one knee?
Huh?
You told him to get down on one knee?
I only suggested it.
Firmly.
I did also suggest the words. I said, maybe I've watched too many romantic movies, but I'd always pictured there'd be something like this. Will you, Jane Frances Condon, make me, insert name here. Kenneth Gilbert tells the happiest man on the face of the earth, will you marry me? And,
And he said that?
Oh.
Yeah. So,
Oh my
Was it
God.
like line by line? Were you like, will you, Jane
The
Clement?
funny part is he'd been an actor and director in college before he went straight. And we wrote our own vows. And he said, "Can you remember yours?" And I'm there like, "Yeah, well, yeah, I think I can." Totally forgot his.
Oh,
It was so charming. It was so sweet.
Oh, that's awesome. That's
Yeah.
so great.
Are you guys watching The Crown?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you, Kelly. I meant
No, sorry. Speaking of engagements,
Yes.
that's so lovely, right? That's so lovely. That I'm sure we all,
We're
someone.
rationing ourselves to one a week. Have you watched the whole thing?
I finished The Crown like there was a plate of fresh brownies. It lasted 3 days. We finished it. I was like, I love it.
Love it.
And I'm so
Love it.
mad at myself. It's like,
Now, because now it's
One
over.
person in our party said, "We must savor this," and thank God she said that.
It's true. It's true.
Because
It's
the cinema.
No, I did what Kelly did. I finished.
I like the
stop.
brownie analogy.
Yeah.
But are you talking about the engagement? Wasn't that the saddest?
The whole thing to me. So of course now I finished it. So I took a deep dive into what is Charles and Diana. And there's a show on Netflix called In Her Own Words. And I watched that. And it's all about Diana and
Was it the Martin Bashir interview?
yes.
That was a great interview. I remember that interview.
And it's no, Kath, do I have that right? It's the author of her book.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's
something Martin.
Yeah, he
didn't
didn't
do a Michael
release.
Jackson
He
one
was
too.
her valet or butler.
He was. There was a couple of things that they used though, didn't they, Kel?
Was
Like
it
they had
Andrew something? Andrew.
Yes,
Yes.
Andrew.
Yes.
So he didn't release that. These
good.
are so he released the book, and of course, the Crown was up in arms about it, right? They're like, this is not correct information. This is wrong information. I don't know where you're getting it from. And then she dies. And this guy's like, you know what? Suck it. And he released that these are actually tapes that he made from interviewing her.
Wow.
And when she asked him to write her biography. So I believe it to be true. I mean,
I believe it to be true.
Yeah.
When she says in that the interview with Martin Bashir, when she says, "Well, my marriage was quite crowded with three of us."
Quite crowded.
There were 3 of us in this marriage.
Quite crowded.
Can you imagine?
I can't watch it without picturing Kathy Ferris, by the way.
Oh my God!
Oh my God! You are
No, Queen Elizabeth, right?
Get that Luke
No.
Owen. You are Diana.
And I was just about to say how beautiful Diana was. You see that, kid?
Yeah.
Thank
Oh
you.
my God! Beautiful.
Well, wait until Jane finishes it, and then we can talk about it more.
Mhm.
I can
But,
do
like-
the first episode. I can't remember what it was, but
Oh my
So
gosh.
good.
I don't even remember the first episode now.
Charles is
you guys watched all of it?
yeah.
Almost. I'm almost done with the new season. But
Yeah.
that Olivia, what is her name?
Coleman.
Who plays?
Oh yeah, she's
Oh,
amazing.
she's brilliant.
Have you
Yeah.
seen Broadchurch? Have you ever
Yes.
seen?
Yes.
That's where we discovered her. I love
Yes.
Kelly turned me on to Broadchurch.
it.
Isn't it great when you tell somebody about Broadchurch though, and
Yeah.
they've
Never
never
heard
seen
of
it?
it.
And you're
And they're
you
like,
are.
what?
Oh, I'm so envious of them. It's such a
I know, me too.
That's
You
what
guys
makes
Red
it.
herrings. You guys
So-
love murder mysteries. That's the best of the genre, I believe.
Yeah.
My
It's so good.
I just found out my husband's never seen Top of the Lake.
Oh, I've never
the-
seen that. Isn't it a horror film? Because I can't see
Yeah,
that.
no, I can't do
Oh.
horror.
No, it's a
No.
series, and Elizabeth Moss is in it.
Oh, I love her.
Before we fell in love with her on Handmaids.
All right, I just made a note. I just want to say
So
one thing,
good.
Billy. When you were doing your impression of the Queen, which I think was great, I felt it was more Margaret Thatcher. That was excellent.
I
No,
thought
I've been working on my Margaret Thatcher
Okay.
though. Let me
she
try.
sounded
Ready?
like the Iron Lady.
There's a mouth thing. Hang on. It takes me a second. I got to get into it.
I got to get my glasses to see this. You got it.
I'm the senior of the two of us by 6 months. But I also would argue that you and I need to work as cohorts and not as enemies. It hurts. It's a lot.
That was good.
Thank
Excellent.
you. It's an impression that's not timely at all that I'm working.
And how about Gillian Anderson? How good is she?
Oh my God.
You know, if I hadn't read that it was Gillian Anderson, I wouldn't have known.
I don't know if I would have known. I would have been like, who is that? Who?
Yeah.
Didn't he Margaret Thatcher look really hot though, right?
She does. Oh, she looks great. She does.
Yeah.
She looks great. She looks great.
good.
She can do wonders with that turkey neck. And speaking of Elizabeth Moss,
Yes.
remember who she was married to?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Fred.
Fred Armisen.
Yeah.
What? I didn't
When?
do that.
Yes, she was married to Fred Armisen.
I heard he's a pill.
I heard he was too. I heard
He's a real pill.
I heard he's a real pill.
Through Margaret Thatcher saying he's a real pill.
That's the thing is, do you find out like after you watch something like that, like because I do watch a lot of British stuff, I'll be like, that's just dreadful.
I've only spoken to Eric in an English accent for the last 4 days.
Yeah.
He came in this morning and I was like, it's about time that you woke up.
I want a scone with clotted cream.
I suggest you order more cured cake cups before we're out of them. There's only one person who matters here, and that's the sovereign.
Sovereign.
It's the sovereign.
Sovereign.
We're all playing second
It's all
fiddle.
about the crown.
It's
Yes,
about
it's the crown.
the
crown.
crown. The B team. Say that a lot in this new season. The B team.
The vision.
Regime.
The B team.
Oh my God.
And who is your favorite? The B team.
He's my favorite.
We know who her favorite. Yeah, we know.
Oh
who.
my
I
gosh.
did
That
read an article that Margaret Thatcher was a tad overdressed for the weekend.
I think that's probably.
Oh, you haven't seen that episode?
Oh
I haven't
my
seen
God.
it if
Wait
I
till
read.
you see that episode.
It's
I
so
can't
good.
wait.
She tried, man. She tried.
Oh, I
It made me hate the Royals. That episode made me
Well,
hate that.
first of all, all of the wetness, like with the weather, and they're always in their boots and like walking, going for long walks. It makes me sad. I actually just want to fast forward that part. I get cold and sad.
Yeah, it is. I agree. I agree, Kath. What a. Ugh.
Well, I don't like it when they act ridiculous and then act like the other person's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
spoiler alert. She
Okay.
walks in and they're all talking and not dressed, and they all go, "What in heavens is she doing?" Like she's not there. What is she up to now? First off, she can fucking hear you.
Yeah,
So dial it back.
We'll just move dinner up. We'll just move dinner. We won't.
I guess we'll move dinner up. What are we, Italians?
Is that an actual line? That's
No, that's a good line, but it's good.
Something
It's a
like
better
that.
line.
so
Yeah.
improved on it.
Yeah, I made it better.
You know what it made me think too is like actually watching that is that they actually had their own. It seemed like they had their own traditions and etiquette, which is beyond everybody else too.
Right. Right.
Which is like now you're just being jerks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think they're probably.
You know,
Yeah.
we've all eaten at Olive Garden, okay, or
exactly.
Davios. Like we've had cloth.
Exactly. Exactly.
Do you stalk? Just say hunt, you pretentious
Yeah.
asshole. Do you go stalking?
I like stalk. I'm gonna start calling my walks out. I'm going out stalking.
You like to stalk. No, the average person doesn't hunt.
Yeah,
No.
true.
Kathy, the best tweet was it? Did you tweet it or Instagram it the other day with the picture of Mark Harmon?
Oh yeah.
I
Come on.
died. Oh
I
my
missed
God,
it.
Mark Harmon sending you a friend request. And what did you say?
Oh, that.
My
I
cat-
said that my catfishers are really getting lazy now. Like, honestly, I mean, I know half of mine are fake. I do, and I accept them. And I've told you this before. Facebook has come back to me and be like, "Listen, lady, these aren't real people." And I keep them in there because I want the numbers. But that one I couldn't even accept because it had Mark, and then it said, "I love you" in the back of it. Like, come on, come on.
Oh,
It
my
was
God.
Mark Harmon's face with Mark Harmon's name. Like at
Yeah,
least call
I
him
mean,
like Ted Bukowski or something
Yeah,
different.
I mean, yeah, it that was insane.
That's usually what it is. And he has like a sailor hat on, right?
Right.
Like,
Hilarious.
I have to go to a telehealth doctor's appointment right now. I gotta leave.
Honey, have fun.
Thanks.
What? Maybe we should all just call it a day.
yeah.
Say,
Oh, all right.
Thanksgiving, we have to tell our listeners, viewers, no show on Thanksgiving.
No.
We look forward to seeing you the week after that for the 36th week.
Woohoo!
It's been great to see you, and now I go do my son's school show.
Nice.
Oh.
Hey.
I gotta
Break a
behave
leg
because
for
they're
me.
taping it.
Break a leg.
I'm gonna have a telehealth pap smear. See you guys later.
Bye, guys. Thanks for coming. See ya.
Bye, everybody. Bye.
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 Love you.